Hi, it's the Love Guru Blair, and I wanted to share some really good news with you guys today. It's actually good news of yesterday, but yesterday I was having just being in my own space, just having time to rest because we do need time to rest and to receive. And now I am sharing the good news with you guys. So, as I shared in my one of my past videos that was called I Wimped Out, I shared some of my artwork with you guys, and I talked about my journey with that. And I also shared in that video that I used to sing, and I used to write songs, and I used to be really into dance, and just all these different creative outlets when I was younger. And through the years, I just kind of abandoned some of those things, or many of those things. And over the last couple months, it's been in my mind a lot that I wanted to start writing songs again. And I just kept on wondering, like, what happened to that part of me? And I remember I used to have a notebook of songs that I wrote, and I would sing them and record them. You know, that was back in the day when we had cassettes. So this was either high school or even like pre-high school. I think it was like maybe even pre-high school. I used to write these songs and sing them. And it was just, again, something that was very private to me. And I never took singing lessons. It never went anywhere. And then what happened? Over time, it phased out of my life. So like I said, for the last couple of months, it's been in my mind a lot. I've been wanting to go to this open mic, which I haven't been. And I just wanted to kind of check out what was going on there and then work up enough nerve to get up there and present something, like one of my poems, which I used to write poems. I haven't really a lot lately. And wouldn't that be cool if maybe I could just get up there and sing one of my songs? Oh my God, that really scares the shit out of me. But anyway, so I've been thinking about this whole writing songs thing. And I woke up yesterday morning and I was journaling like I do every morning, and this song started pouring out of me. And I started writing it, and as I was writing it, I was like, holy shit, you know, my mind, like spirit was bringing it through me, and I was writing it down, but then my mind was like, oh my God, I'm writing a song again. And then I started singing it, and then I was singing it throughout the day, and it's such good news, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted to celebrate with you guys. It's something I'm really happy about, and I'm really grateful for, so grateful for. And that kind of broke the spell of me not writing songs for years and years. You see, I'm a very creative person, and if you're watching this, maybe you're very creative too, but you have been limiting your creativity throughout the years. Because, you know, like I paint and I draw, and it's not like something that I do all the time. And what's the reason behind that? Well, the reason I tell myself is like, I can create something in like an hour. Like this thing right here, if you can see it. This is above my couch, and it's awesome. I love it. So this thing I made in like 2 hours, or maybe even less. And I'm talking about the painting of everything and the laying out of the labyrinth. And so what I'm getting at here is that I create my artwork like very quickly, and then I run out of supplies, and then I'm like, oh, I have to come up with a new project, and then I have to go back to Home Depot because that's where I get my art supplies. And it's kind of like I set up these blocks, and again, listen to this story of how it relates to your life, but that's how I set up blocks for myself, because like I'll paint something, like I said, I'll paint something, I'll draw something, it takes me an hour. I showed you like the picture of my owl and my hawk, and those things take me like an hour, 2 hours to draw and then to paint, and then I'm done. And it's either like I have then too much artwork around my place, or yeah, it's just like I end up having too much stuff around me. And that's such a weird excuse. And also even the thing of coming up with new ideas for projects, like that's also like a lame excuse because I get bored. Like I get bored of doing the same thing. Like I was making these manifestation signs which I'm going to put them back up for sale again because I was selling them, and I give them as presents to my students to help support them on their path, because the things that I make have a lot to do with manifestation, manifesting your goals, releasing stuff. And that's also what this song ended up being that I wrote. And I'm going to start using this more with when I'm working with you guys. And I see myself using this at like when I do workshops and just bigger things. I see myself like really bringing in more of this creativity, because this is me, and I know that this is you guys too, because every single session that I sit through, because I'm kind of just facilitating it and I'm sharing channeled messages from Spirit, and you guys are getting exercises every week, activities every week. And so many of these activities that you get each week are personalized for you, having to do with something creative. So it's like you writing something that Spirit's giving that assignment, or you drawing something, or just, I don't know, something creative, you know, creating some kind of cooking dish or doing something out in nature. They're all like creative things. And I'm just really excited. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like this video is all over the place. I'm just really excited. I'm happy. I reconnected with this part of myself that I left behind so many years ago. I must have been like 13, 14, 15, something like that. This is when I was doing these songs, and now it's here again, and I'm 35, and it's just a love fest between me and me. And that's what life is about. It's about exploring all that life has to give, because I think for many of my years I ended up living in a black and white world, surrounded by people who were not connected to their creativity, surrounded by people who were not living the fullest life, who maybe didn't believe that that was possible, and just kind of settled for things in their own ways. And what happens? Well, that rubs off on you. And that's what rubbed off on me. Like, these things weren't nurtured in me. You know, I used to be really big into dance as well, which I'm going to be bringing that back more too. I have been working on that. And, you know, also, like I shared, like, these videos. Like, I used to make skits on videos. I'm going to start doing that again, too. And sky's the limit. Like, when you're creative, you can do anything. You can do anything and everything. And a lot of times we limit ourselves to certain things. Like, my limiters with creativity was, like, I write. And that was my limit. That was the little box I put around my creativity. Well, over the last year, like, my creativity with cooking has been coming out. And this is something that I will fight, like, as in that I hate to do. Like, I will always look for somebody else to cook for me. And that's what I did with my last relationship. Was I put it on my list of things that I wanted to attract in a partner, that I wanted a man that was going to cook for me. And I got that. I also wanted him to clean also, and he did that too, which was awesome. So I didn't have to do any of those things because I don't like them. But the truth is that a part of my spirit really does like cleaning. A part of my spirit really does like cooking. And that's another thing that I'm going to do today. Today I am cooking Spanish paella, shrimp paella, for the first time. I've never cooked it before. I bought saffron for the first time. It's a spice, and it comes in this like little jar thing. It's really cute. So this is just all different ways that I'm expressing my creativity. It's all different ways that I'm expressing my life force. And it's all different ways that I'm just enjoying life. So now I have my artwork, I have my writing, I have my cooking, and now I'm writing songs again, and now I'm singing them. And when I build up enough courage, then I'm going to be sharing them and maybe singing for you. Wouldn't you like to be serenaded by me? I'm just kidding. I don't think it's going to be like that. I just think that this is just material that I'm going to be sharing to help you guys manifest a more amazing life. So I wanted to share that with you, and I hope this video inspires you to just look within yourself and see what other things you can do to be expressing yourself, because this is how you're going to find more happiness in life. This is how you're going to fall more and more in love with yourself. Because yes, It's great to have a partner, but you want a partner. See, the problem is that many people attract partners to themselves. They attract them because it's like their false self. A lot of people don't really know the true them. So then when you pair up, you're pairing up, you're a kind of a fake person, and don't get offended by that, but we're just saying with you not really knowing yourself, you're fall into the category of a fake person. And again, for the lack of a better word, because I'm not saying that you're not real, I'm just saying that you don't really know yourself as deep as you go. And when you're like that, not knowing how deep you go, and then you're attracting a person who is going to mirror you, who's not going to know all their depth and all their beauty and greatness, you're going to have a relationship that is built on some kind of mask, some kind of facade. And I think this is my journey, it's my desire, and I'm assuming since you're watching this, this is yours too, is that you want this rich and full partner who knows their beauty, who has all these beautiful talents. Like, you know, I used to think it was so cool when I would see people who were psychic and these creative people, and I used to have creative people around me like here and there. Like they weren't really close to me, but I would like kind of see them. And I remember when I was living in New York, like on how I would go to different people's houses or whatever, apartments or like townhouses, and I would see this creativity all around me, and I would be like, oh, what a cool person. God, that lady's like so cool. I wish that I could be so cool as her. And you know, she would be like really spiritual, and you know, I would meet other people who would be psychic, and I'd be like, oh, you guys have the coolest life to be like psychic. Isn't that like the most awesome thing? And to be so creative, and I would see all the artwork all over the place. And that was me. That was me recognizing a part of me. And that's who I am now. Like, I have all my artwork all around me. And when you come into my home, which I don't think that you'd really be coming into my home because I keep it private, but if someone enters my home, you feel that love come around you. You feel that colorful nature. You feel that vibrancy. So for me, this period has really been, it's been over time, and I keep going deeper and deeper, of stepping out of that black and white world and into this world of color, because that's really me. And again, that's probably really you. You're probably a person filled with color, filled with all this creativity. And the problem is, I think, is that we don't have enough models out there for us, and I'm hoping to do this for you, of people who are expressing all their creativity. Because again, we'll see one person that does one thing. Maybe they're a singer, since we're talking about writing songs today. So maybe we'll see an artist out there, and that's all what they do, is that they make their songs, or they write their songs and they sing them. And okay, maybe we see them dance too. That's usually just with, well, no, we see that with guys too. But you're not seeing the other things. They're not expressing themselves with artwork, with their drawings. They're not expressing themselves through their cooking, through, I don't know. There's other levels of creativity. I can't think of them right now. But there's all different levels of this. And I just hope to inspire you to be bringing out all your different layers. Because again, I am a person who has lots of layers of creativity. I was only expressing it in one area or two areas, and now it's about expansion, expanding it to more. And I think that it's important that we have more people out there expanding their creativity, expanding their self, because again, that's how you achieve more happiness and more love in this life. Love for life. Love for life. That's what I'm talking about here. So thanks for listening. I hope this video helped you in some way, and I wish you the best in love. Bye-bye.